There are ideas suggesting the opposite of addiction isn't sobriety. The opposite of addiction is connection and purpose. The fight against the war on drugs imprisons and shames addicts. Their criminal records also make it difficult for them to find work, further excluding them from becoming productive members of society. Many believe the war on drugs to be a failure and should be examined in a new way. Its current budget is upwards of $50 billion annually and accounts for 1.25 million arrests a year. That's one arrest every 25 seconds. As America's opioid addiction has continued to increase drastically in recent years, other nations have seen opioid addiction decrease through progressive and radical changes to their laws and the involvement in rehabilitation, job placement, therapy, and even legalization of opioids. I spoke with counselors, addiction coaches, and struggling addicts to hear their thoughts.
Coming from a counseling perspective is that guilt and shame don't really get people any place. They're not real good motivators.
I subscribe to the disease model of addiction, and incarceration isn't something that works to cure a disease.
You need to approach the problem more delicately, with more finesse.
These negative consequences aren't curing addiction at all.
We took the opportunity to investigate the opioid crisis with new and modern perspectives that are the antithesis of the draconian laws that harshly judge and incarcerate addicts.
I think that we could take a lot of examples from the European Union, the way that they approach drug use. It's drastically different than ours.
I think that there needs to be a radical reconsideration of how we treat the epidemic in this country, looking at some of those models.
We're not going to pay for them to be in prison. We could pay for them to be in a rehabilitation center.
The needle exchange program is something that really works and has worked historically.
Currently, we have unknown criminals selling unknown chemicals to unknown drug users. What if we gave them the safest version of the drug and loads of support to help them find housing and work, as well as therapy to those who seek it? Could happiness and fulfillment cure addiction? Is it time that we redress our attitude and attack addiction in a more innovative way? Maybe.